Hello YouTube, I'm back again with another video. I recently started getting to another duel because I felt like I was kind of lacking behind in making duel videos for you guys. And I said it was once I felt comfortable, once I had the time, I will be able to catch up on these videos and try to intrigue you with these duels so that you can just won't be fed up with watching the same old videos um, where it's pretty much like around the same category as you probably will get fed up. And I do run all around content, and that's my plan. I don't tend to disappoint. So as you look at this duel, I'm up against a Yosenju player, and I don't think I mentioned the deck that I'm playing. It is something different. I am doing a mix of Sky Strikers as well as Therion and Bystials. I don't think in this duel you'll be seeing Bystials yet. But how this works is that they synergize together to basically not only bring out blowout cards, whereas like pretty much most of my Sky Striker spells are basically extenders, where I can either take control of my opponent's monster, or I can special summon one from their grave to my field with Shark Cannon, and to possibly go in stronger Link monsters, and basically engage with all these powerful monsters that I have in hand, rather than just relying on Sky Striker ace monsters like Ray or Rose. And to be fair, you usually don't see people playing Surgical Striker, which I understand because he takes up the main monster zone. But he works well in this deck because the reason why he works well in this deck because we're trying to kill the opponent rather than slow them down. Since Mystic Mine is banned, this gives this deck an opportunity to try out some new methods, which I'm showing you right now. And you are getting the opportunity as I display how this deck works and what they can possibly do to win using different conditions, as you see with this strategy. And possibly there's going to be a different outcome rather than just trying to stall the opponent and guaranteeing your victory, but just rather you want to punch your opponent for game and just in the face you'll damage them directly. So as you notice, we have talent, so since he activated that, I can pretty much draw two, but since it's a quick effect, I'm pretty sure he activated before the main phase, so it might not be legal. Let's fast forward here. I'm going to retrieve engage. So, but to be honest with you guys, it's not going to be a long duel. I wish it would have been nice if there had been more going on. So I'm going to tribute his Abyss Dweller, and you'll see why again this is useful because it controls Sky Striker Ace Monster. I can tribute one of his monsters, especially one from hand, to my field after tributing his Abyss Dweller, and he calls me out on the talents because apparently he activated during the draw phase, so that was my mistake. I reveal the cards that I drew off the talents and I put it back to my hand, and he is okay with it. He lets me pursue the duel. So we're now resuming the duel. I'm going straight to my battle phase. Unfortunately, this is not game. I'm going to hit him for 15 and use this effect to dump a card from my grave. Dump a card from my deck to the grave. So it has to be a Skystrike card like you see now. 8. So I'll be dumping Gray, attacking directly with Regulus and Striker. So he has no counter to this strategy. I feel in a way kind of stupid for not being able to use additional cards to help me deal more damage to the opponent. But looking at her field hand, this is very comforting because this helps me build my hand up top of dealing more damage. So I just have to survive this turn. So if he somehow managed to kill me, that is my fault for not getting rid of the opponent's field, for not depleting my opponent's entire life points. So even though he did not have all the cards he needs set up. I should have taken advantage of it, taking advantage of his small field and try to OTK him. But again, this deck is not simply for OTK. It's to help counter your opponent's board. So that was also the reason why like I couldn't be able to finish off my own, because I didn't have enough monsters to just pile up my offense. So he's going to change one of his pendulum monsters scale to 11 because of since they're of the required like specific name, which he'll be able to pendulum summon Diebuck, and then its effect when pendulum summoned, he returns these two to my hand. I'm guessing it's also it implies when it's both normal or special, so it cannot. So when this card is pendulum summoned, it cannot be negated, and then he'll normal summon is not to draw one, which is very handy. But to be fair, I'm pretty. I have a pretty comfortable. I already have a really comfortable lead. It already turns out I already have a pretty strong, comfortable board. I take 1,000. I'm gonna go with. I'm okay with it. It's not didn't defeat me this turn. Didn't deplete my entire life points. I already have 6 cards in hand. So even though he managed to get all the monsters on my field, he is not. He is aware that I have like 5-6 cards in my hand, and this should pretty much about do it. So, because they're forced to return to his hand. It is not optional. It is mandatory from what I heard from the opponent, and he's most likely going to admit defeat. He'll end from there. All I have to do is normal summon Rose. I'm going to go to another link play. And then I'm going to use the effect. Then he admits defeat. And for those who are wondering why I didn't use Ray's effect, I want to keep his field open just in case. So I possibly won't lose too much life points. And at the same time, yeah, I could have benefited from using Ray's effect to get additional effects with Kagari, but I want to keep my extra deck heavy as possible. I want to keep it at a good pace capacity. I want to make sure I had a huge capacity enough for me to utilize their effects during my turn, so I could possibly retrieve the cards and use those monsters to attack one of his monsters to deplete his life points. Because if I were to summon them during his turn, there's a chance I might lose that monster, and that could cause me to misplay, even though that would have been the right play, but I want to play it safe for those who might question me. Overall, I said it before, this duel wasn't going to be too long. It was going to go on for quite some time, for a short while, but again, it was to showcase the cards that I'm utilizing in this deck, to see what type of synergy they have and what they're capable of, if it's even viable or not. His deck is viable, but I think if anything, he needs more floodgates. Then I feel like then for sure his deck would be a challenge for me, and then he would definitely have to stop to my whatever board breaking card I might possibly have, and it would be underwhelming at the same time. Maybe that way the duel would have been back and forth. Who knows? But again, either way, hope you guys enjoy the duel. Be sure to check for more upcoming content later in the future. Be sure to check your notifications. Comment, like, subscribe. Thank you.